Greetings. At the time of writing, Donald Trump is leading the race for the GOP presidential nomination. For some spiritual insight into the bizarre mind of Donald Trump, I asked my spirit guides for their take. Insane by any definition of the word is what they told me. Trump is a liar, a racist, and a ruthless narcissist. And they added that this was delivered as a statement of fact based on his behavior and not intended to be simply pejorative. They pointed out that if you had a relative who acted the way Trump does, you would seriously question their state of mind. This young soul, he's a level 5 leader type, suffers from severe soul level damage. And the cause is a fear of rejection from abandonment in a past life. And what this has done, it's resulted in a closed heart chakra. And in other words, his conscious self has detached from his soul. So what you see in Trump is all ego. And his delight in bullying and taking advantage of others, that's a sign of mental illness. When I asked if he's a narcissist or a sociopath, the answer was that he's both. Like any narcissist, Trump has an elevated sense of his own self-importance. He brags about his wealth and he exaggerates it too. And as you've probably noticed, he's not exactly shy about telling the world what a great businessman he is. And have you noticed how he puts the massive word Trump on everything he owns? That is pure ego. Trump claims that the Mexican government has a policy of sending drug users and rapists to the US. Well, this is pure, unadulterated nonsense. As is his claim that he has a plan to destroy ISIS, which, with uncharacteristic modesty, he doesn't actually see fit to share with the rest of us. When people get in his way, he crushes them. And he does this using bully boy tactics and intimidation. And if you don't believe this, see the documentary You've Been Trumped. His sense of entitlement means that no one who might obstruct his ambitions can be allowed to get away with it. They must be obliterated. And those who offend him risk becoming the focus of Trump's vindictive personal attention. Selena Scott's one of those. Though he shows callous insensitivity towards others, he can actually be extremely touchy when he feels slighted or threatened. He has a history of issuing legal threats against anyone who offends him. When Bill Maher likened him to an orangutan, Trump immediately slapped him with a $5 million lawsuit. Trump is a loose cannon whose prejudices reflect the fears of younger souls. His hatred of minorities validates the fear of the other that is a mark of less experienced souls. And since young souls lack the ability to intuitively recognize when they're being manipulated, he's able to channel their anger to his advantage. In a predominantly young soul country like America, there's an almost automatic admiration for celebrities. And that makes it a lot easier for Trump, whose political notions are often a little half-baked and unexplained, to thrive. I mean, think about how to pay for an almost 2,000-mile long wall on the southern border, for example. For many young souls, Trump is worthy of great admiration simply because of the size of his bank account and his willingness to push less powerful individuals around. He proves his strength by his willingness to utter the words, "You're fired." And in doing so, he makes his young soul admirers feel empowered. That such a damaged soul is respected and not pitied is a sign of a dysfunction that's the marker of a predominantly young soul society. It's incumbent upon older souls, the ones who see through the whole smoke and mirrors of bluster and buffoonery, to actually stand up to Trump and his like. No one should be afraid to call him on his lies, or to promote a more honest and compassionate alternative. The spiritual path is one of unity, respect, and understanding, not one of greed and self-interest masquerading as rugged individualism. And also, old souls help no one when they stand by silently. This self-important scoundrel would be scary to have on the local PTA, but he's running for one of well, the highest office in the country. Now, one good thing to actually come from his quest for glory is that his willingness to say what others only dare think has won him the endorsement of David Duke, the former Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. And that's actually helped to highlight the true fear-based nature of conservatism in America. Now, if Trump were your crazy uncle, spouting off about building walls to keep rapists out of the country, calling women fat pigs, dogs slobs, and disgusting animals, and unable to take a joke about his comb-over, well, you'd keep him hidden in the back room when people came to visit. Donald Trump is a mean-spirited, racist, vulgar, cruel, damaged soul. And I gotta tell you, if he were my uncle, I would have him locked up.